What is going on, guys? It's your boy Coaster Jedi back here with another video. I'm sorry it's been so long since I've made a video. I've been busy with school and just haven't been out to get more content at some of these amusement parks. But now I finally got to my first real park visit of the year this past week. I got to go to Universal's Islands of Adventure for the very first time and experience some of the great coasters they have there. So as a result, I'll be making this video ranking the top 5 coasters at Universal's Islands of Adventure. They have a good variety for the 5 and have awesome quality. So let's get started ranking these 5 coasters. Number 5, we have Pteranodon Flyers. So this coaster you can't ride unless you're with a kid or you are a kid. So I did not get a chance to do this, unfortunately, but it looks like to be a fun suspended coaster that doesn't really have a lot of extreme elements, but that is good for the kids. Although I do wish that they made a way for adults to ride it because it looks like it gives a nice view of the park. But it's just a kid suspended coaster. Unfortunately, adults can't ride it. At number 4, we have Flight of the Hippogriff. This one is slightly better than Pteranodon Flyers, even though it's a small coaster, because adults can indeed ride it. A couple of my friends rode it while I was there, but I did not have time to get the credit, sadly, because I wanted extra rides on some of the bigger coasters. But it was still looked to be a fun experience with some decent theming, although it is a clone of Woodstock Express at Cedar Point. But really, it's nothing that special, but it's good for the kids and good for the families. This is where the list starts to get real interesting. This is an excellent top 3 that they have. They're all very different coasters with a lot of different variety. But at number 3, and this may be unpopular, we have Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure. Now, I do like this. I really enjoyed it. I got a night ride actually for my one ride on it. I got there 5 minutes before the park closed and got in line. I waited a really long time for this thing, but it was a lot of fun. All the launches are great. It's got some amazing theming. The theming is very immersive throughout from the queue all the way through the ride, and it's got some excellent elements to it that you might not see coming. So I won't give you a lot of details to spoil it if you haven't seen it, but it's absolutely a ride worth checking out. Just be warned that it does get very long lines. It's also, I know it's a family coaster, but it wasn't quite as extreme as I was thinking it could be. But I don't want to take that away from it too much just because it wasn't designed to be. But overall, it's a fun coaster. It's got some great elements, and it's got a lot going for it. Just be warned of very, very long lines indeed. Coming in at number 2, we have the Incredible Hulk. So the Incredible Hulk is the only B&M coaster in the park, and it's actually only one of 2 B&M coasters in the US with a launch, the other being Thunderbird at Holiday World. So this thing is a lot of fun. The launch isn't crazy or extreme, but it's a great way to start off the ride. You launch into a 0G roll, which is a great moment, and then you're over the water going through all of these different inversions. These inversions are all fun. I would say the standout ones for me are the first 0G roll, and then also there's an inversion that kind of goes over the station, which is a lot of fun. It's sort of like a misshapen corkscrew in a way, but it's not exactly. But that was my second favorite inversion behind the initial 0G roll. The rest of the ride has some good inversions. It's got some good forces. I didn't find it to be ridiculously intense, but that's okay. And probably the most underrated moment on the ride was there's this little drop that goes off to the left and then to the right. And you just get some nice lateral airtime as you go over that, which was really nice. I wasn't expecting that. Plus, the onboard audio is really awesome, and you just get to hear and listen to this soundtrack the entire way through. So it really is a cool and complete ride, and it's very smooth and just an awesome experience. Plus, I'm a sucker for all things Marvel, so I absolutely love this ride. But Hulk was not my number 1 coaster. That honor belongs to Velocicoaster in the Jurassic World section of the park. This thing is absolutely awesome. I had high expectations going in, and this is one of the few coasters that has ever exceeded my expectations that I had for it coming in. And it was just awesome. There was airtime in places that I didn't think airtime was possible. The launches were great, especially the second booster launch. That thing was awesome. All the inversions were great. You got a lot of either airtime or hang time, depending on which inversion it was. And of course, the Mosasaurus roll was absolutely awesome. Definitely one of the best inversions ever, especially with the little airtime pop going into it. But without a doubt, my favorite part of the ride was the top hat. That thing gave some insane airtime when you're going over it. if you're in the back and you're getting whipped down the drop, you get airtime, or if you're in the front and you're getting launched up into it. Either way, you are going flying out of your seat, and it is awesome. This thing is amazing, and it immediately shot itself into my top 10. I'm not going to give away where it got to. That's going to be in a completely different video, but let's just say this ride is absolutely worth the trip to Universal just by itself. And I am just completely blown away by how good it was. So that's my list of the top coasters at Universal Studios Islands of Adventure. What are your top 5? Leave it below in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you made it this far, you truly are awesome. And hopefully I'll be able to put out more and more content now as I'm going back to more amusement parks and finding a way. So stay tuned for that, and stay tuned for my experienced video for Universal. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting me in all that I'm doing here with the videos, and I hope to make more content for you to really give you an idea of these best roller coasters.